Three news stories for you. Firstly, viewers, finally, Sudanese PM Abdullah Hamdok has resigned in a televised address. He announced his resignation a few hours ago. We'll talk about that. Secondly, we are seeing a campaign against Oromia region's president Shemalis Abdisa by Amhara activists. Why is that suddenly Shemalis Abdisa and Oromia special forces are under attack from some Amhara politicians, some Amhara social media activists? And lastly, a video showing family member of an Ethiopian military commander, former Ethiopian military commander, joining Fano. Fano is expanding its activities. I told you about Fano's recruitments in North Shore zone of Amhara region. Now, this new video has been released by Fano. The video shows family member of a former Ethiopian military commander joining Fano. Firstly, viewers, Sudan, where Prime Minister Abdullah Hamdok has resigned. We have been updating you about his intention to resign, but Abdul Fattah al-Burhan and his deputy Hamati have been meeting him. They've been trying to convince him not to quit. At last, he has resigned. In a televised address, he announced his resignation. Yesterday, again, protests were held in Khartoum in Darman. Security forces, as usual, used force against protesters. Tear gas was fired, live ammunition was fired. Reportedly, 3 protesters were killed yesterday. Tensions are still there. Hamdok took charge in 2019, viewers. He was civilian prime minister and his job was to steer the country towards next election in collaboration with Sudanese military. He says that he tried his best to stop the country from falling into political chaos, but he could not. Yes, that is what's happening. There is chaos, there is mess in Sudan. Sudanese military, led by Abdul Fattah al-Burhan, is not stepping back. Military has tight control over politics in Sudan, viewers. And Abdul Fattah al-Burhan is not withdrawing an inch. That is why protests are still ongoing. People are being killed, but no signs of any breakthrough so far. Ummah Party proposed something 2 days ago, but we did not see any positive feedback from other players in Sudan. So, tension still there, viewers. Protesters are not backing down as well. On weekend, they launched protests, massive protests. Despite obstacles, they managed to reach presidential palace. They are putting pressure upon al-Burhan, but al-Burhan is not stepping back. Watch the video clip showing Hamdok's resignation announcement.
إنني قد قررت أن أرد إليكم أمانتكم وأعلن لكم استقالتي من منصب رئيس الوزراء، مفسحا المجال لآخر من بنات أو أبناء هذا الوطن المعطاء لاستكمال قيادة وطننا العزيز. ولقد حاولت بقدر استطاعتي أن أجنب بلادنا خطر الانزلاق نحو الكارثة، والآن تمر بلادنا بمنعطف خطير قد يهدد بقائها كليا.
Secondly, viewers, we have a new story for you from Oromia and Amhara, where pressure is being exerted upon President of Oromia region Shemalis Abdisa by some Amhara politicians and Amhara social media activists. It started after some reports indicating that Amharas have been killed in Valaga and in Dera Voreda. I read a video on Dera, which is on Amhara Oromia border. Amhara news sources say that around 4 dozen innocent Amharas were killed in Dera by OLA. OLA says that the killed were members of Amhara Special Forces. Same is the case in Valaga, where both parties accuse each other. Now, Amhara activists and Amhara politicians, they are accusing Oromia regional government that it is complicit, that it is hand in glove with Oromo Liberation Army. That why is that Shimalis Abdisa, why isn't Shimalis Abdisa's government not taking action against Oromo Liberation Army, while Oromia has tens of thousands of soldiers, special force soldiers. Videos are being shared of Oromia Special Forces showing thousands of new recruits. It is being said that why is that Oromia regional government not ready to launch a crackdown against OLA? Why is that Oromia regional government not protecting Amharas in Oromia? It's not that Oromia regional government is not taking any action against OLA. OLA has been under crackdown, under military operations for months, for years. But OLA has penetrated now several parts of Oromia. And secondly, there are disputes between Amhara and Oromia regions. And sometimes, I think, sometimes that Oromia regional government uses OLA as a tool against Amhara government. That is why complete destruction of Oromo Liberation Army, Jalmaro's OLA might not be suitable for Oromia regional government, because we have seen attempts by Amhara militias, Amhara special forces trying to enter Oromia. Of course, that would not be welcomed by Oromia regional government. So, in that scenario, sometimes OLA comes into play, which then takes action against Amhara militias, Amhara forces, which try to enter Oromia. Situation is not that simple, viewers, that Oromia regional government want to completely eliminate Oromo Liberation Army. That is what is being said by Amhara politicians. Having said that, Oromia regional government officials, they say that Amhara forces, Amhara militias, they enter Oromia, and sometimes without any collaboration, without Oromia regional government, they try to enter Oromia. So there are frictions between Oromia and Amhara regional governments. Lastly, viewers, Fano is expanding its activities, it's spreading into entire Amhara region, we can say. Earlier, I shared a video with you of Fano's new recruits in North Shiva zone of Amhara region. There was no presence of Fano in North Shiva before the start of this conflict, Tigray-Ethiopia conflict. But now Fano is doing recruitments in North Shiva as well. Another video is being shared by Fano supporters showing family member of a former Ethiopian military commander joining Fano. Bele Zeleke was an Ethiopian military commander who fought against Italians in the 20th century, in 1935 onwards, I think. His great-granddaughter has joined Fano, and Fano has shared a video clip of the girl. Her name is Tizita Semachu. She has announced to join Fano. So Fano is trying to expand. It's doing more recruitments. It's entering new areas. Watch the video showing Tizita Semachu family member of Bale Zeleka joining Fano. Thank you for watching.
ይባላል ከምስራቅ አማራ ፋኖ የበላይ ዘለቀ ልጅ
አንዴ ይበላይ ዘለቀ ቤተሰብሽ ነው ማለት ነው?
አዎ ቤተሰቤ ነው።
እሺ እስቲ እንዴት ነው ይሄንን የምስራቅ አማራ ፋኖ ልትቀላቀይ የቻልሽበት ምክንያት? የጀግና ዘር ነሽ እንግዲህ።
የምስራቅ አማራ ፋኖ ልቀላቀልበት የቻልኩት ያው ህዝባችን እዚህ አንገታቸውን ደፍተው አማራ በመሆናችን ብቻ እየተደፈረን ስላለን